Welcome to Horror News, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about Nicolas Cage as Dracula in the movie Renfield. So, I think it's a cool look. Honestly, he does look a bit cartoony, but I think he pulls it off. He's done some really memey stuff, and he's embraced the meme. Honestly, I think there's two sides of Nicolas Cage. You have the side of him where he enters the movie and he knows he's in on the joke. And then you have the other side of the Nicolas Cage where he just goes full balls crazy. I think the best version of him is a little bit of both. As seen in Willy's Wonderland, where he kind of knew he was in a bad horror movie, but he kills it. Mandy, where he knows he's in a horror movie, kills it, takes it totally serious, balls to the wall crazy, Color Out in Space. I love all three of those movies. So hopefully Renfield is a little bit more of that. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not too nuts about this movie, Unbearable Weight of a Massive Talent, where he just knows he's Nicolas Cage, he's playing Nicolas Cage. And I think that maybe it could be good, but that's a movie that I'm just not stoked for. That's not the version of, like, the people who, when you look at movies like Being John Malkovich and movies like that where everyone is completely aware of the joke, it's just not my thing. Like, I prefer the version where they're trying not to be the joke, but the joke's there instead of the joke of the joke. There's even that like movie with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. We're seeing this more often. It's just I think this is kind of the reason why this is so popular is because Ryan Reynolds kind of does the meta shit pretty good. He did it with Free Guy. I actually like Free Guy. Fun movie. But everything, like the Hitman's Bodyguard, he's just kind of being like, it's just me, Ryan Reynolds, I'm in for the ride. And so are you. But, some people like that. I prefer, like, when it's jokey, but not like, this is fake, it's all fake, and you're sitting in the theater and it's fake, and another thing I want to talk about was Rob Zombies Munsters. So they just added Elvira. She's going to be playing a real estate agent. I love Cassandra Peterson. Huge horror icon. She just means so much to the horror community. Just means a lot. Like all the years. She's just been representing her for all these years. So Sherry Moon is Lily Munster. Jeff Daniel Phillips is Herman Munster. If you don't know him, he was in 31 and Three from Hell. I guess they're kind of buddies. I don't know. He was in Salem's Lords of Salem. Daniel Roebuck is playing Grandpa Munster. He's one of those, it's that guy, guys. You're knowing when you see him. So we gotta find out who Eddie and Marilyn's gonna be. Marilyn, like, if you remember, she was the normal one. Eddie was the little wolf boy. Another thing that was surprising about the Munsters was that it's gonna be rated PG, which is a change of pace for Rob Zombie, because everything he's done has always been horrific and super rated R. So it'll be interesting to see how he can dial it back into a PG rating, family-friendly movie, as we got with the Addams Family with Christina Ricci and all of those people from the 90s. They were to make that version of the Addams Family was able to, the Munsters was always PG. So why make it like this crazy? Why Rob Zombie? Why is Rob Zombie everything? But he's a horror fan. I trust him. a lot of Dracula, one of his biggest hits. You know he loves the monsters. Like there was just so much rockabilly horror in his personality. So for him, this is kind of I predict this is going to be his magnum opus, and I think he's gonna like this is going to be good. You know, like I don't know what your stand-ins are if you think he's full of himself or his music's always been some of my favorite music as far as metal goes, and the monsters. I think he's gonna bring it back. I think he's gonna bring like it's from the '60s. He's gonna do nice rockabilly monsters, but he's not gonna go overboard, and that's cool because everything he's always done it's just always been bloody as hell. I'm sure he'll find a way to make it gross, but not and kid friendly. So that's it for today's horror news. Till next time.